Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. In this video, we are going to discuss about the passing criteria. So before starting to the video, I would like to share a brief overview of the academic flow. So in reality, in every subject, you will be evaluated for maximum 100 marks. So for general subjects or theory subjects, you will be evaluated in two modes: internal evaluation and external evaluation. So in internal evaluation, as of you have given a cat, and in this way you will be having another cat which will be cat 2. So these cats will be of 15% weightage each. So both the cat will form a weightage of 30%, and the whole internal evaluation will have a weightage of 60%. The remaining 30% weightage is for 3 digital assignments. Each digital assignment will carry 10% marks each or 10 marks each. So digital assignments will be given in between cats. So first digital assignment or quiz will be taken before cat. A second one will be taken in between cat 1 and cat 2. And the third one, most probably third digital assignment is quiz, as far as I know, or as far all the teachers follow the same pattern. The third digital assignment is quiz, which is taken in between lab facts and cat 2. So in this way you will get 60 marks out of 100. So I will suggest you to get maximum marks in digital assignments, as they consist of 30% of your weightage and they can be a game changer in deciding your grades. So now we have completed 60 out of 100 marks, and now we will be moving on to the external assessments or the FATs. So as you know, final assessment test, it will be conducted after the semester end. In your case, it will be conducted around January. You can refer the academic calendar for the exact dates. So FAT will be conducted in online mode, same as CAT. Only difference is it will be conducted for more number of marks. In online mode, it's conducted for 60 marks, out of which the passing criteria for FAT is 40% of marks. So in 60 marks you must get 24 marks in order to pass the FAT. If you fail to pass the FAT, regardless of how many marks you scored in internals, you will be considered failed in that subject. So you should concentrate on passing criteria of the FAT, and after successfully passing the passing criteria of FAT, which is 40% marks out of the total marks of FAT, so now you will complete the evaluation of 100 marks, in which you have 60 marks internal and 40 marks from the FAT. After completing this evaluation, you have to complete a maximum score of. After completing the evaluation of 100 marks, you have to complete or achieve a minimum score of 50 out of 100 in order to pass in that subject. So after addition of internals and externals or FAT, you should get a grand total of 50 or above in order to pass in that subject. So passing criteria is 50 on 100 for subject. So here is a bit tricky thing about the passing criteria. Many people say that passing criteria is 50 on 100 for subjects which have lab and theory, but for subjects which are only theory, the passing criteria is reduced to 40 on 100. So if you are having a theory only subjects, you can pass at 40, but I would suggest to keep scores above 50, so you can overcome this misunderstanding, and you don't have any chaos at end moment. So this was the passing criteria for written or theory exams. Now we will be discussing passing criteria for labs. For labs, you will be having the same way: 60 marks for internals and 40 marks for externals. 60 marks internals will be divided into 6 digital assignments or lab DAs, which you have to submit over a course of time between the commencement of the semester to deadline of the lab FAT. So in this time you will be having 6 different DAs, which will be lab records of your experiments which you have performed in a lab. You have to neatly write them, and in this you can achieve or get 60 on 60 really easy. They are very easy to get marks, and I believe no one loses there. At least 50 on 60 is a must. And after that, you will be having a lab fat, which will be 1 week prior your written fats. They will be conducted in your lab timings only, and you will be assessed for 40 marks, and then you will get a 100 score. So out of 100, 50 marks is minimum for passing in lab fats. So here you can say that if I scored 60 in lab fat internals, then I can pass. Yes, you surely can pass in lab fats without even giving fat, but the only condition is you should appear for fat. If you are marked absent in fat, automatically you will be considered as failed in lab fat. So now the most important question, we have studied about theory subjects, lab subjects. So now what to do for theory embedded lab subjects? So for theory embedded lab subjects, just take an example. For example, AOD is a 4-credit subject in which 3 credits are for theory and 1 credit is for lab. So in this case, if a person scores 60 marks in theory subject, so his marks will be 3/4 into 60 for theory, plus if he scored 75 in lab, so his marks will be 1/4 into 75 for lab, and this will be summed up to get the total marks of the subject. So here also lab marks tend to be game changers. Like if you have lower marks in theory, you can get a bit raise and you can get a step ahead by using your lab marks. So in this way, theory marks will be considered for 3 proportions and 1 proportion will be given to the lab marks. Subject wise, it will be changing for 2 and 1 credit subjects, such as some subject have 2 credit for theory and 1 subject for lab. So it will be 2:1. In this way, you will be having final marks. So I hope I have cleared all the queries about passing criteria. If you have more queries or questions and doubts regarding anything, you can just comment down below and I will surely make a video on it. Thank you so much for watching.